Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. It's 23:13 in the evening right now, and today is Monday. So today is Monday, October 14th of the year 2024. So, kamusta naman ang ating mga buhay-buhay dyan? Chikahin ko ba muna kayo? Like, today is, parang ano siya, we had some changes at work, but I know it's not like, diba, yung implementing of many things is not that easy. So, you have to take it slowly, and the people who are implementing this should be hands-on about it in order for it to be successful. So, ang maipapayo ko naman, kung hindi naman kayo magaling humawak ng tao like myself, not me. Magaling ako guys, humawak ng tao. I mean, I know exactly what they want, what they need, and I am listening. You know, Sagittarius are a good listener. We don't talk the talk, we do a lot of actions. And we see to it that everything is, working well. Kasi that's how we are built. We are checking, double checking, rechecking many things. So, nakakalungkot ng isipin that sobrang life is really unfair. Like, kawawa talaga yung mga taong that didn't do well before. Kasi in order for you to be respected, especially here in this country, sa Philippines, 'di ba? Of course, kailangan mo makagraduate and all of that. And whatever you do, if you don't have a license or something, you will be treated a certain way, 'di ba? And it's not actually acceptable most of the time, but um wala kung kailangan mo talaga, if you badly needed that job, kailangan mo talagang sumunod, or you will be tossed kung saan-saan. So, mahirap yung ganun. So, make sure guys to stabilize yourself before, or kung hindi mo naman kaya, make a good change. Ayoko na kayong sermonan kasi feeling ko na drain ako yung pagod ko this Monday is like for the whole week. Like, pagod na pagod ako guys. Although, sobrang na siya. Like, gamay ko na yung work. And the people. So, and the system. But, I really don't like it. Ayoko kasing may nadedehado. Especially kapag alam ko naman na they are doing their job well. Or if they are basically doing their job. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang galing, but when you are doing your job, diba? Kaloka. But of course, let's not talk about that, guys. Focus na kayo sa akin because I will read for you. We have to look at the brighter side of life kasi we cannot focus on what is not working. You have to actually remove yourself from it. Okay, like myself, I'm gonna remove myself soon. So, let's continue reading. Sana tama yung pinagbabasa ko last time kasi I'm gonna recheck this entire, siguro half of this book and my videos kasi remember last time na may omit ako na 2 pages. Parang hindi ko siya na-recheck ko na siya, but may na-omit na 2 page. Don't worry about it. Nangyayari talaga yan. But not all the time naman, di ba? Human error. But, nag-make excuses pa, no? Sobrang funny ng human error, tas hindi naman pala ako human. By the way, we're on to page 69 and 70 of the book Mastery. So, makinig na kayo sa akin. Mamaya na tayo mag-chika kung may energy pa ako. Because it's late and I have a lot of medyo toxic, hectic, and ewan ko guys, itong week na to, sobrang daming pagbabago. Tapos, may kinakainisan pa akong isang bagay. Anyways, makinig na kayo, ha? So, sa mga new subscribers pala, hello! Yan. So, panoorin nyo lang to kasi marami kayong mapupulot ditong English. English word. Marami kayong mapupulot ditong aral. Ano ba yan? So, yan. So, a writer needs knowledge of the world. And so, thinking in this way, Zora Neale Hurston proceeded to create for herself one of the most remarkable self-redirected apprenticeships in history. Okay? So, yan. Isin ko lang. Since the only job she could get at the moment were house cleaning, she managed to land work in the homes of the wealthiest white people in the town. There she would find plenty of books, snatching a few moments here and there. She would read portions of this book on the sly, quickly memorizing passages. Tama ba? Passages. Double check nyo nga guys. Naantok na ako eh. So she could have something to go over in her head in her free time. One day she discovered a discarded copy of Milton's Paradise lost in a garbage can. It was as good as gold for her. She took it wherever she went and read it over and over. And this way her mind did not stagnate. She had created for herself a strange sort of literary education. So again guys, it doesn't necessarily mean that yung entire book you need to memorize it or something. You have to pick up the highlights, the knowledge that will resonate most of you. You will get it guys when you are experienced in life. You will understand exactly what I'm saying. Okay? So pag hindi nyo pa siya masyado nagigets, baka baby pa kayo or nasa teenage or you're still evolving, and it's okay. Okay, going back guys, kasi my god, I don't know what is wrong with humans when they see me. They just can't stop talking. Minsan I just wanna have, a peaceful night, yung me time, because I have to talk to you also, I have to film this, but lagi nila akong kinakausap. The whole day, I've been talking to many people. Kaya kapag gabi, like at this hour, gusto ko na lang manahimik with you. 'Di ba? Dito lang sa channel ko. At least tayo lang. Parang nasa planet Mars na ako, tapos I'm still bombarded by news. Sometimes relevant, most of the time I don't know. So, mawala tayo sa flow. Going back. So, in 1915, she landed a job as a lady's maid to the lead singer of an all-white traveling troupe of performers. For most, this would mean yet another subservient position, but for Hurston, it was a godsend. Many of the members of the troupe were well educated. There were books everywhere to read and interesting conversations to overhear. I like this. Interesting conversations. So by observing closely, she could see what passed for sophistication in the white world and how she could make herself charming to them with her stories of Eatonville and her knowledge of the literature. As part of the job, they had her trained as a manicurist. She would later use the skill to find jobs in the barber shops in Washington, D.C., near the Capitol. The clientele included the most powerful politicians of the time, and they would often gossip as if she weren't even there. For her, this was almost as good as reading any book. It taught her more about human nature, power, and inner workings of the white world. 'Di ba? So, parang yung politics dito, the politics here in the Philippines and humans. So, well, it's a segue ko lang. So, I have this, he's not my friend, but we talk once. Yan, so far once pa lang naman kami nagkikita. So, yung sinasabi niya dito na yung mayaman lang dito sa Pilipinas is like yung mga politiko, doktor, and, you know, businessman. So, syempre hindi siya nagkakamali. So, yun lang talaga yung, ano, basta, yung most of, ganun talaga. Tapos, yung mga segue sa TikTok na, diba, hindi, life is unfair. So, wag ka lalaban dito ng patas. Something like that. So, it's so funny. Kasi it's so realistic that it sounds so funny. Diba? So, you know naman how the rich or the wealthy or the people in power and the people who have money are kind of like, they have a way of, paano ba? Not paying their taxes, something like that. Paano ko ba sa inyo explain? Basta ganun, going back na tayo. Dami kong sabihin kasi. So, her world was slowly expanding. But still, there were severe limitations on where she could go, on the book she could find, on the people she could meet and associate with. She was learning, but her mind was unstructured and her thoughts unorganized. What she needed, she decided, was formal education and the discipline this would bring her. She could try to patch a degree together in various night schools, but what she really wanted was to saan na ba tayo? What she needed, she decided, was wait lang. What she really wanted was to regain what had been taken away from her by her father. Okay, so at 25, she looked young for her age, and so chopping off 10 years in her application, she gained admittance to a free public high school in Maryland as a freshman. She would have to make the most of this schooling. Her future depended on it. She would read many more books than were required and work particularly hard on any writing assignments. She would befriend teachers and professors with the charm she had established over the years, making the kinds of connection that had eluded her in the past. In this way, a few years later, she gained admittance to Howard University, leading institution of Black higher learning, and made the acquaintance of key figures in the Black literary world. With the discipline she had gained in school, she began to write short stories. Now, with the help of one of her connections, she got a short story published in a prestigious Harlem literary journal. Seizing opportunities whenever they appeared, she decided to leave Howard and move to Harlem, where all of the leading Black writers and artists were living. This would add another dimension to the world she was finally able to explore. So, explorer siya. So, over the years, Hurston had made a study of powerful, important people, Black and white, and how to impress them. Now in New York, Now in New York, she used the skill to great effect, charming several wealthy white patrons of the arts. Through one of these patrons, she was offered the opportunity to enroll in Barnard College, where she could finish her college education. She would be the first and only black student there. It had been her strategy to keep moving, keep expanding. The world could quickly close in on you if you stayed put or stagnated. Ito yung iniiwasan natin, guys, no? So, yung mas stagnant and to yung ma-comfort ka na talagang matindi sa inyong comfort zone. Okay, so sana hindi kayo nito. So, may nakukwenta kasi yung other friends ko, like, they were 10 years or 12 years in a job. So, parang hindi na sila nag-explore and they regret it later on in their life. Okay, so sana kayo manage to learn to move and make a change with calculated risk. Okay, kasi kailangan nyo yun actually. Natin. And so she accepted the offer. The white students at Bernard were intimidated in her presence. Her knowledge of so many fields far exceeded their own. Several professors in the anthropology department fell under her spell and sent her on a tour through the South to gather folk tales and stories. She used the trip to immerse herself in hoodoo, the southern black version of voodoo, and in other ritual practices. She wanted to deepen her knowledge of black culture in all of its richness and variety. So in 1932, with the depression raging in New York and her employment opportunities drying up, she decided to return to Eatonville. There, she could cheaply, and the atmosphere would be inspiring. Borrowing money from friends, she proceeded to work on her first novel. From somewhere deep inside, all of her past experiences, her lengthy and multifaceted apprenticeship rose to the surface, the stories from her childhood, the books she had read her, and there over the years the various insights into the dark side of human nature, the anthropological studies, every encounter that she had paid attention to with so much intensity. This novel, Jonas Gord Vine, would recount the relationship of her parents, but it was really the distillation of all of her life's work. It spilled out of her in a few intense months. The novel was published the following year and became a great success. Over the next few years, she wrote more novels at a furious pace. She soon became the most famous black writer of her time and the first black female writer ever to make a living from her work. So, yan. So, Zora Neale Hurston's story reveals in its barest form the reality of the apprenticeship phase. No one is really going to help you or give you direction. So, in fact, the odds are against you. Madalas ganun when you are, diba, really exploring and really trying to do whatever your heart's desires. So, hindi ganun siya ka-smooth. But eventually, yung persistence and determination and your love for your work eventually will make you successful. So, parang connecting the dots. If eventually, mako-connect mo din how everything will make sense at the end of, mga bagay-bagay. So, yan. Okay na guys, natapos na natin. So, I want you all, like all of my viewers, okay, so, please be considerate. If you are a boss that is watching my channel, or if you are someone who gives order, so try to be a little bit more considerate to your people. Kasi you need to do that to do it. Sometimes you need to ask them what they want, what they need, what is lacking, 'di ba? Para naman yung efficiency ng work or business or anything like that, or groupings or anything that needs a collaboration, maging smooth yung daloy. Otherwise, lahat kayo will be paralyzed. Ibig sabihin, hindi effective yung management. Okay, and even you as a boss, So, I'm just saying, anyhow, that's none of my business. So, kayo pa rin masusunod. And I'm just reminding you what will be the pros and cons of that. 'Di ba? Imbis na, you'll run it with, yeah, you'll have a good reputation if you are doing your job really well. Right? Kahit medyo mahigpit ka, but if you know how to handle people, if you know how to make them work properly and efficiently without you terrorizing their human rights and making them feel depressed, Okay? So, let's sleep na, guys. Medyo late na. Huwag na kayo masyadong ma-stress. Ayoko kasi masyadong nag-iisip lately. Kasi if I'm not working, if I stop working, so there are a lot of thoughts that are, I'm thinking. Ayoko din naman ng ganun. But kapag hindi kasi ako busy, marami akong nag-iisip. I don't like it. Ayan. Sige na, matulog na tayo. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. So, ayan. Sana matapos natin tong week successfully. We accomplished many things. Hindi ko alam that I will be needed so much. Pero even before, it's like this. But, what to do? Diba? Sige na, pahinga na tayo. Kulang lang tayo ng tulog and more food. Okay? I'll see you again.